Begin afresh every morning with brushstrokes of God's love. Devotional thoughts for women.
A pleasant good morning. Today's devotion is entitled, What's in Your Luggage? For January 29th. The memory text is taken from the book of Psalms 103, verses 3 and 4. He forgives all my sins and heals all my diseases. He redeems me from death and crowns me with love and tender mercies. We all, without expectation, go through life carrying baggage made up of experiences, disappointments, failures, frustrations, and tears, which over time can amount to tons of guilt that saps our energy and slows down our steps. In some, guilt weighs more than success, dragging them down into discouragement and hopelessness. It seems that with premeditated intent, they make a list of mistakes and color them black to gain the sympathy of others. Guilt is a powerful ruse used by God's enemy, which leads us, without our realizing it, to self-punishment, self-pity, and shame. At this point, we cannot grasp the blessing that come wrapped in the simple pleasures of Christian life. We use guilt as a whip with which we beat ourselves mercilessly, thereby weakening our physical, spiritual, and emotional energy. It's often an unfounded feeling that comes from a dichotomy between what we believe and what we do. As the British author Edmund Burke wrote, guilt was never a rational thing. It distorts all the faculties of the mind. It perverts them. It leaves a man no longer in the free use of his reason. The feeling of guilt is only useful to us when it leads to introspection, making us aware of what we have done well, leading us to the repair of harm and a complete conversion. It's when we take responsibility for our actions before God, before ourselves, and before others that guilt does something good. Dear friend, God's kind finger never points at you in accusation, despite your mistakes and sins. Instead, He is merciful and offers you His saying today. Today is the day to review the baggage you have to drop everything that hinders the fulfillment of God's plan for your life. To let go of your guilt, accept what you can't change from the past. Take responsibility for what you do. Make peace with yourself. Forgive yourself. Receive God's forgiveness. Avoid perfectionism. We all make mistakes, and so do you. Learn from your mistakes in order to grow. Leave guilt at the foot of the cross, and your walk through life will be lighter. He forgives all my sins and heals all my diseases. He redeems me from death and crowns me with love and tender mercies. Psalm 103, verses 3 and